past couple of days, with those of us who have mental issues, caring, love, and concerns for our home native land, it's always disturbing when these homegrown terrorists that are harboring in other people's nations connive with criminal gangs to bring unrest in our nation. And specifically speaking about my backyard, Salome, Sierra Leone. It's been sleepless nights because I am away, like many other loving Sierra Leoneans, but our hearts lies in Sierra Leone, sweet Mama Salome and Africa. And until our leaders are accountable enough to have the marbles to act accordingly, then it's just bluff talking to the international community rather than particularizing matters at home. How can you allow tormentors and haters to be making our nation ungovernable and unrestful? No nation develops without national security and public safety. And it is reckless to see what is happening in our backyard. With all due respect to a very patriotic president, but you have to look at yourself in the mirror and say enough is enough. The attempt at State House came and passed. The August 10 came and passed. Countless other issues, generator disturbance, this disturbance, and now the latest, going into the heart of the military armory. That's a security breach that is despicable. It is time to call on the international community, these so-called Western nations, to act what they demand of Africa. They cannot allow criminal elements sitting in their nations and say it's international law when they have the balls and the marbles to incarcerate other citizens in their country, deport them outside, or demand from other nations to send in criminals that they deem why they cover these ranting instigators and financiers. But more importantly, until Africa starts prosecuting and imprisoning foreign invaders, executive officers who connive and finance these criminalities, because they are the source of corrupt. They are the corruptors who corrupt our nations, and they go scot-free. So, this time around, let due cause take its course, and let there be accountability. We're tired of white papers going on white. When these documents are prepared with judges and other people putting their life at stake to come up with documentation, and they go mute, how can the haters and tormentors not continue doing what they are doing? The common law is used in the United States or in Great Britain or in Canada to prosecute home-based terrorists and international ones. The January 6th Capitol riots, they don't say it's a coup. Why should a terrorist attack be considered an attempted coup? It is not a coup. It is a terrorist act, and it should be dealt with to the book with action. Not a bulldozing action, but the legal causes. January 6th, whether they are lawyers or corporate entities, are suffering the consequences. August 10 came and passed in Sierra Leone. It's similar. Is there anything? Election frauders, election deniers, walk free and go to negotiating table. It is time for accountability, starting from the leadership and speaking to the public. It is not an attempted coup. It's a terrorist act, and it must be arrested accordingly. Many of us who are patriotic are suffocating and having sleepless nights while suffering and smiling in our plantations. It is time to change the dynamics and stop speaking to international community. Talk to your people. Provide the bread and butter, the means of tranquility, because enough is enough.